Rises with Man City all season long, right here on Yes.
We get a chance to talk to Keith Hernandez, SNY analyst. We'll talk about the Mets, and he joins us right now. Keith, it's Michael and Don. How you doing?
I'm great, guys. How are you?
We're doing great. We were just talking about Tanaka, and I know you're not just a Met analyst on SNY. You are a great baseball player and a fan. So my question to you is, are you intrigued about this guy, and will you watch this guy when he pitches?
Yes, I'm intrigued. He's supposed to be the real deal, and it's one of the first guys I gather they're not getting at a late age. They're hopefully get some mileage out of him, and look at his numbers, and they're off the charts. So I missed his first start because I was working. I am off today. I'm going to be going back and forth because I have to keep, obviously, I got to pick up the Mets in Arizona, so I got to keep abreast of how they're going, but I will definitely be flipping the channel.
All right, let's talk about the Mets. Actually off to a pretty decent start when you consider everything or the less of expectations they had going in. But let's start with first base. Do you like the way they're handling it? And do you agree that it should be due to start here at first base early in the season?
I agree with it should be one guy. Whether it's Duda or Davis, I wouldn't have a qualm or a gripe either way. It's a tough situation. You hate to have one of the two rotting on the bench, but you just can't. You can't be platooning these guys. Someone's got to take the bull by the horns, and maybe someone won't. I mean, they both got injured in spring. That was unfortunate. Kind of didn't have a chance for anybody to win the job, and no one's really won the job now. So they're just making a decision. I mean, when they were going with Satin and the three of them, I was going, holy cow, what are they thinking? So someone's got to play, and, it's still a matter of whoever's in there knows that he better perform, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that they both kind of responded with the home runs. I think they inadvertently ignited a fire under their butt. I mean, that's something that management doesn't do today. It's like they're afraid of the players. They're afraid to tick them off and challenge them. And athletes will respond to competition. And, I know the game's changed and all that, but it's no surprise that all of a sudden this comes to this, and their backs are to the wall, one with an opportunity and one with disappointment, and they both hit home runs. So light a fire under someone's butt. They don't have to be anybody's friend. It's like being a tough dad. It's tough love.
Now, it's interesting because some people thought that the 90 win figure that was thrown out there, first leaked and now since admitted by Sandy Alderson, could light a fire. I thought, Keith, and this is just coming from me, I thought it was a little unfair because I don't know if that's 90-win talent. I think you're really hanging the hat on Terry Collins to do something that I don't know if there's enough talent to do that. What was your take on the 90-win thing?
I thought it was much overblown, and obviously Sandy Alderson was very upset that there is a leaker in that front office. And he's been trying to discover who that leaker is for the last 2 years, and I think there's more than one, but that's none of my business. So I don't get involved in that. I think it was something said in-house that didn't want to get out, obviously, and I look at it in terms of pure motivation. What's Sandy going to say? Oh, we go 80 and 80, it's a good year? 81 and 81, it's a good year? No, challenge your players. And I thought it was purely motivational and really overplayed by the press, which is not surprising.
No, it's not, for sure. I just thought 90 was unrealistic. What he could have said, Keith, is I think this team's going to be competitive this year. Because I believe that if this team finished with, say, 82, 83 wins, I think...
He said that. I'm sorry to interrupt. He said it last year. What's he going to say? To me, the only other thing he could say is his team is a better than a 500 team. Well, that's still 81 and 81 or 82 and 80 is not going to cut it and get you in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So, okay, Why not? I mean, it's fine. You know what? And if it doesn't happen, Sandy doesn't have to eat his words, even though they opening day they buried him in the press about the statement. The press had their fun with it, and now it's old news. And just watch the team play, and let's see what happens.
I just don't want things unnecessarily hung on Terry because I think he's a really good manager, and I just have this feeling, Keith, that he's just babysitting this team for when they finally turn the corner for somebody else to take over the job. And when I hear things like that, I feel he's being set up to fail because he can't get 90 wins out of this team, and he shouldn't be blamed if he doesn't.
Well, I think he's a perfect manager. I agree with you. He is a guy that is very optimistic. He's shown a very optimistic face from the get-go. It's more toned down now. Rome wasn't built in a day. He's on point every game. Okay, this team has not been competitive since he's been here, particularly late second half. And then you don't outmanage him. He doesn't fall asleep on the bench. If you look at when Bill Webb put the camera on him, he is alert. His eyes are wide open. He's like a platoon sergeant, and he's a good manager. And the manager is only as good as the talent that he has. So I am happy that he got a contract, a nice contract. He deserved it. So that's some security for him right there. You don't forget, too, Alderson's on the last year of a deal, too. So there's some pressure on Sandy also.